Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Spintires, the original game. Welcome to, I believe this is the River map. Yeah, it is. We haven't played this game in a while. It's been a minute since we have. So I thought let's fire it up. I really haven't played it a whole lot on the new system either. I installed it as I did all my games when I got the new system, but I haven't really spent a lot of time in here. And I don't know why not, because this is a really cool game. It always has been. And it's always amazed me that it's a really small game. It's about 1 gig. It's about 1 gig for everything. Runs super, super fast. We do have our settings maxed out. And we are in a Polar truck. This is a mod truck. I got a little grief about it at one point from some people. Said it's not fair for you to drive a Polar truck. I don't know, man. What do I know from trucks? Right? I just drive them. And, it may be OP. It may be. But it's still... Let's back the camera out just a little bit here. It may be OP, but it's still plenty challenging for me to try to get through this map and plenty fun. I really, really do like this game. And you know what else I think about is... Like, when I fire this game up, I think about some of those comments that I got, and I think, somewhere, somebody, this is their favorite game ever. Ever. From the minute that they got it, they've just been playing it like more or less nonstop. They've got thousands of hours in it. And they're a little defensive about it. They're a little protective of their game, as people get. And I think, yeah, we're already starting to spin, so I think we're going to need to go down to first, like so. Here we go. Yeah, so when I get comments like that, I mean, I'm not... it's not that I have thick skin. I'm just sort of, I've become indifferent. You know what I mean? You do you. And, of course, we're going to see things differently, and that's fine. But, when people get fired up about how you play a video game, they're just looking for things to get fired up about. We just play them and have fun, But I do think somebody's been playing this game. You know what I mean? They've been playing the hell out of it. And so they've got those crazy Spintire skills. And when they see somebody in what they think is an OP truck, they point it out to them. That's fair, I suppose. Let's go back down here to first. This thing, if you can see over on the right side of the screen, if you don't know this game, it does have an automatic mode, automatic transmission, but you can also shift manually. But it's really cool the way you do it. You just click in on the right stick, and after you click in, your right stick is now essentially a gear shift. It is a really, really, I think, innovative solution. I love when people solve problems in ways that you wouldn't expect. So we can switch from automatic to manual. In this particular truck, you cannot have the diffs locked unless you're in manual mode. So we do need to throw it into manual periodically. And something else about this game that I didn't notice for a long time, I tended to do this. Let's get stopped here. We put it in automatic. I used to do this. Right? I would just floor it. And you see we're just spinning and spinning. And the diffs aren't locked. And, I mean, we'll get there. But we're using a ton of fuel. And we're really not going very fast. But what I learned is, go down to our low gear here. The diffs are locked. And then you just want to creep. Just creeping. We're not going that much slower. I mean, if anything, we're going a tiny bit faster. But we're using about half the fuel as far as liters per minute than if you just put it in automatic and sort of keep it redlined. So your net on fuel will be better when you're creeping. And also, I think it's a lot easier on the equipment. I mean, obviously it is in real life. If you were really driving a truck, you wouldn't want to be just keeping the thing redlined constantly, particularly if you were going very, very slowly. But I think it's also, well, I mean, people that play this game seriously, and I'm sure there are people. I was kind of joking earlier, but that's a true story. There are people that they just have taken this game to the next level. And I assume they've got superior Spintire skills. And so that is how they get down. Now we're going to fill up our truck when we come up here. I don't know if we're going to fill our other fuel tanks. One of the ways that this game sort of scores you is by how much fuel you use. Like so. Are we not in the trigger? Give it. We're not in the trigger. Oh, okay, we are. Right, so now if we come over here, and do we have any other... so we've got that tank. Yeah. The tank in the truck is full now, but we have an auxiliary tank. We have one of 63 liters and one of 250 liters. Let's just leave those for now. Let's not spend the extra... Well, it's not really money, but it's like, I don't know, just like I said, the way you're scored at the end of the map when you complete all your log deliveries. I think the least amount of fuel. Use as little fuel as possible. And you get more stars or something? I don't know. I don't know, man. I love driving in this game. I have to say I'm not too crazy about the logging aspect of it, but I'm not a fan really of logging anywhere. Not on this, not in Farm Sim. There was a logging simulator that was released, a month ago? 6 weeks ago? And it was really bad. I got it to record it for the channel because I figured, we do some logging in Farm Sim. It's not my favorite thing, but, I'll try to mix it up for you. Try to keep the channel innovative and exciting, new stuff. And I have to say, it was so bad. And not only did I not record it, but I got a refund. It's one of the few games that I've ever got refunded on Steam. And let's see if we time this just right. We're going to stay in low to get through this little hole right here. And then as we come out the other side, we may be able to get up to our next gear and pick up a little speed here. Like so. Alright. Unlock the diffs. Maybe not. Looking to just get on some solid ground. This looks pretty solid right here. There we go. So like so, and then like so. Beautiful. It can be tricky to get it in there and to keep your momentum up. This game is... I feel like the physics are pretty accurate in that you don't need to get into very deep mud. I mean, mud is mostly water. That's science. Mud is mostly water, and water is very heavy. So anything that's really got a lot of water in it can really sap your momentum, So it's definitely an easy way to slow yourself down. It's just really tricky to maintain momentum in this game, and you can really get a feel for the weight of the truck. This, man, so many of the sims that we play are, I mean, a flight simulator. I guess that makes sense. Maybe because it's just been around for so long. Flight sims make sense. Racing simulators, driving simulators, that makes perfect sense, right? Truck simulator, it's getting out there a little bit because you just drive a truck, right? Farm simulator, well, now we're getting way out there, way out. I think that's a very unique and really creative sim that somebody came up with. Not just because I like it, but sort of looking in from the outside as a non-gamer, you'd have to look at that and think, man, somebody came up with that idea. Somebody said, what if we had a way to simulate farming? All right, it's getting further and further out there. And then I look at something like this. I mean, now, admittedly, this is, in many ways, just a truck simulator. But it's the environment. It's the idea that you would very slowly drive through the mud in a gigantic, converted Soviet missile hauler. That's awesome. I love it, man. People, I love them. I love them from a distance, I have to say. I'm not exactly what you'd call a people person, but people are amazing, and they fascinate me. I think they're great. As long as they keep their distance. Right, so we're going to try not to spin too badly. Right, get right through there. Get this trailer up on a more firm terrain. And if we can get some momentum, we're going to grab another gear here and we can hopefully get on up the road. And like so. Here we go. Got it. And if you are on, I don't know if you saw that sort of bar that was running the length of the truck. If you are on more solid, it's not quite pavement. Well, it's not even close to pavement, but a more solid surface. You definitely want to unlock the differentials or you can damage the truck. And as big and burly as these trucks are, they are surprisingly fragile. Now, I think some of that is determined by the mod maker. You know, they can adjust some of those things. Back to our low gear here. If I can find it. Get in there. There it is. I think some of that stuff is determined by the mod maker, and I think what some modders do is, like, this truck is admittedly pretty powerful, and it's got good grip, but it tips over very easily, and it's very fragile. Like, you can damage this truck badly just by bumping into a tree or hitting a stump or something. So I suppose that modders do try to, you know, keep it fair. Does that make sense? Right? Like, if you're going to make a truck that's more powerful, then it's got to have... That's the superhero rule. If you give somebody a superpower, they have to have a super vulnerability. You know? Just to keep it fair. Because if not, then you end up like Superman, who is... He's just kind of boring as a superhero. He's invulnerable. Come on, man. You can do better than that. Give me a superhero with the... You know what I mean? An Achilles heel. Which... now that I think about it, maybe that's where that whole thing came from. We could just... there we go. Lock the diffs. We'll get through here. Now, what I want to do... Where are we at on time? We're at 12 minutes. Okay, so what I want to do now is, once we pull in here and get this garage unlocked, there is a cloaking point not too very far from here, and I believe we've got enough fuel to get there and get back. Alright. So if we go here, unlock the diff, of course, before we cause any damage, we'll set the brake, and we will go right here, and now, oh no. I thought this was garage points back here. It's not. Damn it, man. Okay, so that means, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's come here and here. Once we get this unlocked, then we'll drive back to the fuel, drive back around to the garage. We'll pick up another garage parts trailer, but we won't necessarily... Yeah, you know what I mean? We won't drive back over here to get this garage unlocked. Okay. Alright. For some reason, I thought this little utility box that we had on the back here had garage parts in it. Alright. Living and learning. Back to our low gears. Right there. Diffs are locked. Here we go. So yeah, this is a very cool game. Oh, hey, there's a truck back there. Is that unlocked? Let's creep over there and unlock it. Go through here. Just like so. That's got to be unlocked. Is that even a real truck? Oh yeah. I didn't see it on the map. But I also didn't see the circle. We just weren't close enough. Okay. So, let's get back up here. Get back on the road. Sort of. Camera angles in Spintires, as you know. A little different. And I got both thumbs are occupied right now, so I can't grab my mouse and zoom out. But we'll get it sorted momentarily here. Like so. Back there. Zoom out. Here we go. Alright, so we've got this truck. We've got the truck that we just unlocked. We've got the truck that we passed on the road. And we've also got the truck back at the original garage that we came from. So I think... like so. So I think if we wanted to log this map, and I probably won't. You know, mostly I just like driving around in the mud. Get all the garages unlocked. Try to do it with as little fuel as possible, and then I call it. And so there are two modes. There's casual mode, and there is hardcore mode. And hardcore mode, I find, makes the driving a lot more fun, but it also makes the logging, in my opinion, a lot more tedious. Ah, okay, so we got to go back here and get this locking point. I forgot about that. All right. Now it says it is right down here. 100 meters right down here. Shouldn't be too bad. They can be very devious, like in the middle of a lake, swamp. You know what I mean? Trickery. This one looks like it might not be too bad. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, so we'll go grab this one. How we doing on fuel? Half tank. Yeah, see, we just took damage. I don't even know what I hit, if anything. We took damage. It's 3 out of 700. I mean, it's not like we're breaking down, but these trucks are, like I said, as burly as they are simultaneously kind of fragile. Right. Done and done. So we get back up here. Do a nice 23-point turn. There we go. All right. I think we'll have enough fuel to get back. Moment. I think we'll have enough fuel to get back to at least to the fuel stop. Yep. And once we get filled up, then we'll just hop right around the corner to the garage. I'll get this thing hooked up with another garage parts trailer, and we'll call it. Yeah, it sounds like an episode. Get up out of here. All right. I'm looking both ways for traffic. I feel like I've spent too many hours in Euro Truck. Hey, before I forget, let's set the brake. Not that one. That one. Let's set the brake and let's throw some markers on the map just so we don't get lost. So here. Yeah, we should be okay on fuel. We've got half a tank. And we got all the way down. We got from the fuel stop all the way down to the garage. And now halfway back on half a tank. So I think we'll actually be fine. You know what we could do? Yeah. You know what we can do? You know what we will do? Let's just drive all the way to the garage. We'll pick up our trailer. And then we'll refuel when we're on the way back to the garage for the second time. And that way we're not using any more fuel than we absolutely have to. Alright. That sounds like a plan. Oh, God. As soon as you hit that mud, it's got a great feel to it. It really does. As soon as you hit the mud, it's like you can feel the truck just kind of not bogged down. That's not quite the right word, but you just feel it. It's a very, I don't know, satisfying. Is that right? Is that weird? Is it weird to say that? It's a very appropriate. I don't know. It just feels right. It's a very immersive game. It's got a great feel to it. So we get up out of here. I think we've got a couple more holes to go. How are we doing on time? 20 minutes. I think we'll be okay. Just right through here. Oh, God, look how deep this mud is. And those are huge tires. In real life, that mud is probably, I don't know, between ankle and knee deep for a full-grown adult. That would be something to walk through. Oh, it's also getting dark too. It's going on 8:30 in the evening, so we'll turn some lights on here momentarily, and we should finish up just about in the dark. All right. Got one more. God, looks like this environment looks a little, you know what I'm saying? A little toxic. All right. There we go. Had to get through the mud before we could jump to that higher gear, and of course we're right back into the mud. All right. I'm starting to reconsider my fuel calculations. I know we'll have enough to get back to the garage, but then I'm wondering if with a trailer we'll have enough to get back to the fuel stop. Yeah, let's be, and particularly with it getting dark, let's just, let's be safe. Let's not take any chances. There we go. Lights are on. Is there a truck over there? Back at that house? Let's see if I can spot one. I don't see one. Let's again get in there. Back to low. Yeah, I think that's smart. We're coming up on about a third of a tank. Yeah, let's go ahead and fill up. There. And where's, yeah, there's our fuel stop. Beautiful. Oi. All right. Give it. Give it. I feel like the trigger for this is not where I think it is. How about there? That got it. Alrighty. There we are. And from here, yeah, I don't think we can get lost from here. I think it's just right around this horseshoe here. We'll just follow the road. The approximate road. Here. I think, yeah, there's that other one. Now, I suppose there are people that play this game driving trucks like that. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how you could do it. I believe that truck is two-wheel drive. It's got street tires on it. It's got no ground clearance, and yet, somehow. But, like I was saying earlier, I'm sure there are people that have developed just unbelievable Spintire skill set. Right, and I think we should start seeing lights pretty soon for the garage. Maybe. There we go. Get on some solid ground. There we go. Is it over there? Is it over here? God, it gets dark in this game. I didn't set a pin for it. Tell you what, before we get ourselves truly lost, let's, nope, it's just right around Right around the corner. We got it. Ah. There we go. There we go. Yep. There's our other truck. Beautiful. Now what we can do, I have a garage parts trailer on that other truck. But what we can do is take that garage parts trailer off that other truck and tow it behind this one. So we would need to swap out the repair body that's on here for a garage parts body. Right? So we're not towing a trailer, and then we could tow that truck instead, and that way we'd have everything over on the same side of the map. That's a possibility. That's a possibility, right? Put that there. Set the brake. Come over. Come over. Come over here, I said. Come over here. If I can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'll make a better screenshot for you, but I think, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it out. Yeah, that's 26 minutes. That's just about right. Let's call it, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Spintires, the original game. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.